Hi there, Soul here. Hope you well. Just today's Performance Edge weekly wisdom is going to be awesome. It's going to love it. So today, what we're going to talk about, we're going to understand in performance, why are we stuck, right? I'm sure you found yourself stuck in circumstances, but today in this video, I'm going to share a little bit snippet so you really understand what create why we're stuck. Okay, and just let me dive right back in. As you know, really what we look at the quantum though is take people from being that stuckness to kind of move into a flow, right? Into a zone, right? So I'm just gonna ask you a rhetorical question. Can you think about a situation, a condition, a circumstance right now where you felt stuck? I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds. Right? Let's think about that. A situation where you felt stuck in the past. You found one? I'm waiting. Hopefully you found one. Just think about it, please. You found one? Okay, I trust that you found one. If you haven't, or maybe you've stuck right now, right? Okay, so think about an area where you feel stuck, right now, okay? And if everything is going well, no problem, right? Because you want to take your performance to the next level, but I need you to think about a situation in the past where you felt stuck. Got it? Cool. So let's dive right in. It is a situation. The reason we are stuck, right? We find ourselves stuck because we are in a level of consciousness, right? That's fixed. Okay? Against that condition. Let me explain it in a different way. So let's say, for example, right? I'm thinking about, since it's summer right now, let's say I'm thinking about ice cream, right? I love ice cream and I want to go, I have my favorite ice cream, right? This might be an example how we get kind of a small friction a little bit, but that's just a small kind of example to give it to you, right? And then you think about it, you want to go get ice cream, and then I want the dulce de leche is my favorite. I don't know about you, Häagen-Dazs, right? Not talking about brand here, but let's say I want to go to that store and I go there. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm hoping for, right? So my expectation, there is a premise, there is an image already being fixed in me. And I go to a store, guess what? There is no more dulce de leche, no more my favorite that I was expecting. Guess what happened? I'm disappointed, right? Or something, there's that tension that comes up, right? I just give you a small example, but if you could just kind of expand that, right? In a relationship, the reason we have a problem with people is because we expect something from them, right? Based on our image that fix, based on something we've already fixated ourselves on, right? So that's really what I just want to share about it, if you think about that, right? So really I want to share that because in this beautiful place right here, as you can see, I really felt that this video really was important to share. And that's really, if you look at it, that's a root cause. So basically there is something, an image we have, there is a standard, there is an expectation, right? I'm not judging or saying that's wrong or right, but I want you to understand the source of it, right? So there is that expectation that's right here, and then there is a reality, and then they clash. So this is how they clash, right? So that's what happened, but that's a source of the tension, right? The tension we have. Got it? That's a source of tension. And now, how do we get stuck further? Right? Because there's that consciousness that want to push, right? And pushing, I want to get my way, right? But it is a situation. You get stuck because your cognitive mind has already used everything it can. So this level of consciousness has used everything that it can. That's why you're stuck. So the way to get out of stuckness is what? There are two ways. Either you drop your standard or whatever you wanted, right? Which I'm sure not a lot of people wanted. Or what you do, you raise your consciousness to the next level, right? So those are the two ways you do it, right? So you either drop the standard, what you wanted, your consciousness, or you raise your consciousness and kind of change, right? So those are two ways, right? And that's what I teach a little bit in quantum though. Basically, if you look at it, those level of consciousness, that's really where it works at, right? So that's why we're stuck. And in fact, Albert Einstein talks about that the problem we face, right? cannot be resolved at the same level of consciousness that created them, right? And that's exactly it, because when you're stuck, there is that, it's pushing, right? And I love it because, as you know, doing judo all my entire life, that's really one way you understand it, right? In judo, when someone pushes you, what you do, you don't use that, you don't push back, right? But that's our natural instinct. But what you do, you use that energy and you redirect it. You redirect that energy, right? Same thing. Someone pull you toward them, what you do, you follow them and you just move a little fast, right? That's why judo is called a gentle way, right? It's really being able to use the energy, right? Because there's that push, pull, right? That's why we stuck, right? And that's where the cognitive mind has basically its limits. Okay, so I want to go further, but really, I really want to give you that nugget so you can think about it. So I promise you, if you look at the situation you are in, where you are stuck, there is a level of consciousness in you that had an expectation, right? A hope, a standard, a premise, a promise, however you want to call it, right? That what was expecting, and then the condition didn't match, and then that's where so here is a challenge, because when you get stuck, right, it's because your cognitive mind has done everything it can, because otherwise, if it didn't, you would have been able to resolve it, right? So that's exactly it. So to change being unstuck, there are two ways, right? You either just drop what you wanted, which is not most likely what people want, right, most of the time, or you raise your consciousness. And that's what we really, really teach. So I really want to ask you, think about it. Next time, right, that's really the nugget, right? That's a Performance Edge weekly wisdom, right? The goal is this week, right? I want you to think, anytime you feel stuck, a resistance, I want you to think about, what is that level of consciousness? What is that part of me that wants something, right? So when you're stuck, that's exactly what that means. That there is a part of you that wants something and is not getting it. Got it? So this week, that's basically your Performance Edge weekly wisdom. Hope this serves you. And yeah, so really, let's do it, right? Till next time, don't forget, live your truth. All right? Talk to you soon. Bye.